Hey everyone, welcome to the ATYL live show on a Wednesday night. Good to see you all rolling into the chat as we have a lot of things to talk about. Maybe not a lot of things to talk about like news-wise, but like we're gonna talk about some hot takes, opinions. I'm sure we'll agree. We might not agree, and that's okay. Already see some really good questions in the chat, and I'm excited to get to those. If you have any comments for us, use the hashtag AskATYL. We'll star them and we'll talk about them through the show. But I'm joined by the ATYL crew, Dom, Ben. Love that. Go Phillies. John, Buddy, and Adam. And I guess we'll just dive right into New Hampshire, that race. Obviously, it was a strong weekend for Penske. Ryan Blaney getting the win, locking himself into the round of 8. For Josh Berry, fantastic comeback there. Hendrick Motorsports still don't know what's going on there. 2311 Racing, what the crap? Don't know. There's a lot happening, I guess, at New Hampshire, more than I thought would. But I guess Adam, for the Blaney win, I guess the resident Blaney fan here, just how exciting was that to see, and thoughts on New Hampshire in general?
You know, I had to watch it on tape delay, but I had no clue who was going to win that race until the very end. And it was like, oh my God, he's going to do it. He did it. So, yeah, very exciting to see him make it on to the next round. So, yeah, it's all part of El Plan. So we're making our way.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard him afterwards. I don't remember who asked him that, but like the whole thing in 2023 was like, can you see the path to the championship between like him and his dad? And somebody asked like, can you see the path? And he was like, the path's getting a little brighter. So don't know. Could be a Blaney year. Couldn't be a Blaney year. I don't really know. Dom, I wanted to ask you, did you feel like if there were like maybe 10, 15 more laps, do you think Josh Berry would have gotten to him, or do you feel the product with the aero blocking just wouldn't have allowed it?
I don't even know if it was the aero blocking. I think Berry used up what was left of the grip in his tires.
That's fair.
That the real last push he had to get him. And I think that one big slide he had going into 3 is kind of what did him in, because at that point, you know, that was him saying, this is my big chance to throw it in there and see if I can get side by side with him. And it didn't stick. So right away, okay, well, confidence is gone with this car in terms of making a daring pass for the lead, maybe for the win. So let me just try to cool the tires down and make another run. But by the time he was at that point, the grip was already gone and Blaney had pulled away. And Blaney did a really good job of holding him at arm's length. Because, I mean, obviously, I feel like Berry and Blaney were both pushing really hard. But Blaney did exactly what he needed to do to keep the 21 behind. But, I mean, honestly, shout out Wood Brothers Racing for not laying down after a really, really bad first round in the playoffs, getting eliminated, but saying, okay, well, you know, we still got, 7 races left in this season. We can still win, finish this season out really strong, build great momentum for 2026. And it goes to show you how close Wood Brothers is with that Penske organization, because it was all 3. I know Cindric didn't have the best day, but still all the Penske cars were really, really fast.
Yeah, that was the key there. And I think for your guy, Joey, I mean, he was able to test there earlier in the year, and they took a lot of notes. And it goes to show, one, how strong Penske is as an organization in terms of communication, because you might have some teams that also tested when Joey did, right? And the other teams might not have had the same results, or maybe one driver did, the others didn't. That's how cohesive, in my opinion, it shows that Penske is as a group. Good to see Joey get a top 5 too, as well. But I think the big story from this race, John, was definitely Denny versus Ty. I think I'm curious your thoughts on that, how that all went down, because I mean, it's veteran driver versus young gun fighting for 11th position.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe it's unpopular. I just don't think dumping your teammate is the right answer. I think, you know, it's lap 110. You know, you have the rest of the race to figure it out. Yeah, maybe he was doing probably a little bit more of aggressive driving than people wanted, right? But I don't think as a veteran driver in an organization, you dump the young guy who, be real, probably will be the face of Joe Gibbs Racing in the future, more than likely. And so I don't think I wouldn't have done it. But again, I know that Denny kind of put his foot down. I was like, I'm not going to handle this. And I just think it was kind of, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, Ben, same vibe?
Mostly the same. I get where Denny's coming from in this situation of like, hey man, give me a break. We're like not even a third of the way through this thing, and you're being a jerk to me. But I do think I'm not an advocate for wrecking race cars, no matter who it is that owns them or what it is. Like that's never a good thing at the end of the day, is to cause more damage than needs to be caused. But I don't necessarily disagree with what Hamlin said on the radio of like, it feels like everyone's afraid to talk to him and say something to him. It's been this way since his ARCA days, for God's sake. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, because I think they can say what they want to media cameras all day long, but like I don't think they're going to let this go anytime soon. Because if Denny Hamlin can do one thing really well, it's grind access, ladies and gentlemen. So
yeah, no, I think I don't know if any of you guys listened to Actions Detrimental too, but he was still pretty reserved, but still kind of unfiltered, reserved, kind of a mix, like with his thoughts on it. I mean, the big pull quote from all of that was like, you would think he'd want to win a championship as his name's on the building, right? I think, buddy, I want to get to these comments, and I want to get to your opinion here too. But I mean, John Jensen and a few others kind of said the same thing. I mean, they're both in the wrong. Ty for racing too hard, Denny for dumping him. I mean, we could even ask Happy here too. But do you think like blame is on both sides here? And I guess maybe going forward, what do you expect at least to see from these teammates, not knowing what the competition meeting looked like or sounded like?
Buddy 2 years ago would not believe this is about to come out of my mouth, but Ty Gibbs did nothing wrong. And I don't understand. I don't like. Kevin Harvick brought up a good point, and Kevin, he always has good takes this week. But,
I was gonna say this week is good.
yeah. You're gonna walk into that shop after you just dumped, and I mean flat out dumped, one of the other cars in that shop, and you expect anybody in that shop to go to bat for you to go win a championship? Come on, absolutely inexcusable. I think that. It was unnecessary. It was just plain unnecessary, and I don't get it. I mean, Ty has every right to go and fight for as much racetrack as Denny Hamlin had. Like, I mean, it frustrates me because I can't believe I'm defending Ty Gibbs like this, but like. The kid has had it rough, and it's not getting easier. He's got the whole company on his shoulders. They've put a lot on him to pick up, kind of take the reins of that company eventually. And the kid's like 3 years into his Cup career. Come on now. Like, I mean, so I think this is a whole organizational wide thing. I think, yeah, maybe he shouldn't, maybe he does need to be talked to, but in this instance, and that's behind closed doors, and maybe that's where this all stems from, and maybe there's more to the story, and I mean it sounds like there is, but in this specific instance, I don't think Ty did anything wrong. I think Denny did not make his road to a first championship any easier.
It feels like every year there's something that happens to Denny, whether it's self-inflicted or not, where it just makes the path to a championship much harder. And for me, I look at this and I see it as a huge oversight from Hamlin, quite honestly. Like, I understand the perspective from both of them, and obviously I know in the moment when you're really frustrated, you're inside a race car that's like super, super hot. You're in the middle of a race and you're like, I can't with this guy right now. You do some things that are kind of impulsive, right? But I do think, and I like this comment a lot, does Denny really want to win a championship, or is it self-sabotage just his thing? But then Ben, do you see it differently then?
I don't know if I call it self-sabotage yet, because
for punishment, man.
Maybe that's a better way to put it. A little grosser, but a better way to put it. Because there's a part of me that I don't think necessarily Ty Gibbs will do anything in a retaliation form on track. Like if I could sit here and say, if Denny Hamlin had done that to a Hendrick car or a Chevrolet or a Ford, then maybe I could totally see them being like, we're going to go junk him next week out that we get a chance, because he's cost us. Like he's being a
Mhm.
jerk. But it being a team car, I don't think like there'll be any like redemption won't come for Ty Gibbs by wrecking him at the end of the day, because it's just it's one of those, yeah, you won the battle, but you're gonna lose this war because like you've just cost the group you work for and the guy that shares your last name that owns your car a championship possibly. So
And bigger picture too, Christopher Bell could have been taken out if anything did happen. He was right there battling for
Yeah.
position 2. So there was a lot of things that could have truly gone wrong there, implications wise. And I don't know, the whole situation is very odd. Obviously, they're going to deal with it behind closed doors. I'm sure this coming weekend at Kansas, some things will be said. I'm sure we're not going to get the full picture, but that's not for us to know. That's for them internally to figure out. I will say I do hope for them going forward, whether it's a directive of how to race against the other playoff drivers for Ty Gibbs is clear, whether it's, hey, Denny, let's not junk your team. Like there needs to be a clear direction for how to race each other going forward. In my opinion, whatever that is, fine. But it seemed like they were on totally different pages, or maybe a direction was given, but it was ignored. I don't know. Very interesting.
I think you hit step 1 on that nail on the head. Don't wreck your teammate. I think that's probably step 1.
Yeah, just step 1.
Imagine Chase Briscoe in that meeting on Monday morning, just being like, everyone's going to each other. He's just like, we had a solid weekend overall.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Denny's like, don't you think he would want, one of his, the names on his building, drivers to win a championship? Bro, you almost wrecked your other teammate and took it. Come on.
Let's
Situational awareness.
Right. And I know you and I both listen to Actions Detrimental. He said on his podcast, he's like, no, I definitely didn't mean to do it on purpose. It was, if he sounded,
but then
he sounded like a certain, he sounded like a certain someone who drove a white Bronco, and like, if I did it, that's what he sounded like, because he said
it was
admission I didn't
of
do it
guilt
on purpose,
Ooh.
but if I did do it, this is what I would have had to do to actually take him out.
I mean, if you don't want a suspension or a penalty or whatever, you don't admit guilt. That's the thing. But John, you had a wrench to throw into this.
I was going to say, yeah. So like, let's flip the script a little bit.
Yeah.
So situation 1, what if it wasn't Gibbs in front? What if it was Briscoe or Bell? Maybe one of the other drivers, like Gibbs was in, Bell was out. Would Denny do the same thing? But also,
no.
what would have, throw this in there. Imagine if it was Denny getting wrecked by a Joe Gibbs teammate. Imagine what would have happened if Hamlin would. Yeah. Hamlin would. I mean, this would we never hear the end of it, right? If Hamlin got dumped by a Joe Gibbs teammate because he was racing too hard.
I feel like you could only flip the script between those two drivers, and that it wouldn't be the other two.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
it would only be a Ty Denny Ty deal.
Yeah, I mean, because my thing too was like Denny's like, I probably talked to Ty. I mean, most of this team, like, and again, the relationship between those two to me like isn't clear. Like, there's other teammates for him, like Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe. Their relationship, like as racers, friends, they grew up together. Like, that's very clear and established. You might have something like a Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. I don't know how they interact as teammates, drivers. I don't know how that dynamic is with any of the Hendrick Motorsports guys, to be very clear. But like with Ty and Denny, I don't know their dynamic.
Well, Denny went to bat for Ty last year when Joey Logano just flat out dumped him at Martinsville. Like, Denny
That's true.
went to bat for him and texted Joey and was like, dude, what the heck? Like, so I think, and that could be part of the frustration. It's like, hey, dude, I go to bat for you. Why are you doing this? So I don't know. That's
fair.
It's a messy situation over there, and I don't know that I want to be a part of it. I think maybe that's why my friend Dale Jr. didn't go drive for Gibbs. Maybe he saw this.
He was looking like he was looking decades out. He goes, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
That's Ty Gibbs' kid that was just born.
He heard Ty Gibbs was born and was like, nah, I want nothing to do with it.
He goes, no, I'm good.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Well, let's get to some of your guys' questions, comments, concerns before we move on here. Ask ATYL, would you eat a lobster as big as the one Ryan Blaney won at New Hampshire?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That'd be
100%.
I'm not a seafood guy, so.
I like crab. I don't really love lobster. that's just me. But here's the thing: like, I didn't know the process with the lobster until this week.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I
I didn't realize like they freeze dried everything, sent it back to the teams. I knew the taxidermy situation, but I didn't realize everything else. I was like, oh, they just go out to dinner afterwards, eat the lobster, and they're like in New Hampshire till like midnight. Like that's what I thought in my brain. So cool to learn that process. Super fun.
Yeah. I do want to mention something before we close out New Hampshire.
Please do.
One great race overall, just
Yes.
fantastic race. Like shout out to really, I mean, New Hampshire's just been one of the best tracks with the next gen cars, shockingly so. So, and then also huge shout out to Joey Logano. I mean, you know, he did third top 5 in a row. And I mean, that's the first time he's done that since 2019. I mean, man, shout out to him, man. Even in that run since then, he's won 2 championships. You know, he's supposed to be the big cheese, the grand poobah, you know, all these things. He's supposed to be the guy. And for the first time in 6 years, this cat I'm holding was not born the last time Joey Logano scored 3 top 5s in a row. Old Town Road was the #1 song in the world when last time Joey Logano scored 3 top 5s in a row. So, you know, big day for the sport, and just really happy that, you know, he was able to get this done, man. Really happy. It's awesome to see that this 3-time champion, you know, 2 times since that streak has been done, was able to get this amazing feat. Incredible.
grind that axe, brother. Grind it hard.
I was gonna say.
Did you get it all out?
You really feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel better, buddy?
Oh, I feel amazing. I feel amazing.
Also, yeah, the modified race was really good.
Oh yeah, the modified
race
race
was
great.
really good. Yeah.
It was
It was
great.
really good.
Yeah.
Certified banger.
Big
For
day
real.
for Joey, though.
Literally at the finish line.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. With just
that was nuts.
Yeah. My goodness. Oh yeah, we'll get to the crew chief conversations. Those you guys were. That's on my list. I see it a few times in the comment section. Let's answer some more of your questions. Where do you get the best diecast stands? That's a great question. I don't know who asked it, but like that's a fantastic question. You get them from Benzik Designs, you guys. Make sure to go onto above.
Dumb.
I lost it when you lost it. Make sure to go to abovetheline.com or click the link in the description of this video so you know where to get your 3D printed stands. I can attest to this. I know all of us in this group can, but at least all of my diecast are on these 4-tiered stands from Benzik Designs. If you use the promo code ATYL 2025, you get 20% off. I literally have no complaints about them. They're fantastic. They're very sturdy. And we're always coming out with more products with Benzik. So stay tuned for that. We have something really cool coming up. But yeah, scan the QR code, description, link, website. Just find Matt's like stands. They're really cool. Okay. I felt great about that one. Next question. Here's another question. Would everyone rather eat the same lobster Ryan Blaney won at New Hampshire or kiss the grandfather clock?
Kiss the clock.
Oh,
Kiss the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it tongue.
Just, the lobster's scary.
I'd
Not
kiss,
gonna
I
lie.
mean, look, they
I'd
both
kiss
serve
the
their
lobster.
purpose, but
Tongue
I'd
the
kiss the
clock.
lobster. I've kissed worse things
French.
in life.
whoa,
Wow.
wow.
I'm gonna say the lobster only because of this, and it's because Xfinity and the Truck Series also get a clock, which ruins
fair.
the prestige of the clock.
Whoa, whoa,
That's
Okay,
an interesting take.
whoa.
Agree.
So do you
Whoa.
not
know
like
what?
late
I like
models
that.
run in a few weeks and they get the clock?
They get a
I like
clock here in about 4 days, sir. 3 days,
3 days.
I think
and they damn well earned it.
Brother,
think
I
the
haven't
clock
slept in
should be a cup only trophy if it wants to be considered a prestigious trophy.
That's
It
my
makes
hot take.
Martinsville a more prestigious track.
prestigious.
Let's
Thank you. Words are tough.
Yeah, no, everyone in the chat's saying the
That's-
clock too. So
That's
my hot take.
interesting.
Give me
That's
the
a-
lobster.
That's a fair. I get that from the like perspective of like you don't give the ARCA 200 winner at Daytona a Harley J. Earl equivalent or whatever.
can you imagine?
Can you imagine? No, thank God. That's a fair point. But I still think like the clock's like just been the Martinsville thing.
Yeah.
I'd rather get the cool Coca-Cola dispenser from the Coke 600, honestly.
Dude, honestly, yeah.
Victory.
Okay,
Yeah.
That thing's like one of my
Hold on.
favorites.
Okay, great.
And no one else is getting that.
if we're gonna talk about underrated trophies, we need to talk about how you got a freaking jukebox when you went to
Thank
Kentucky
you.
Speedway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A
I-
Crosley jukebox.
What about the beef we used to get at Daytona for winning the Xfinity
Oh, the
race?
tomahawk steak.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
tomahawk. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can promote Kansas Speedway briefly, the past 2 years, the winner of the Cup race gets barbecue ribs in Victory Lane.
They used to
Really?
get a pedal car for winning the pole at Kansas.
They still do.
They do. Okay, good.
Yeah, you
good.
get a pedal car if you win the pole, and you get ribs and a grill. in
Dom,
Victory
if
Lane.
And a
you're
grill.
going this weekend,
Yep.
I want a photo of the pedal car.
I will. Yeah,
I
listen.
want a photo of
All
you in the
all
pedal
at
car.
Kansas Speedway.
Grilling.
We'll take
Yeah.
care of you.
Making ribs, barbecue sauces all over his face and his shirt.
Kansas Speedway, they make you feel like
Capture was
you're
the admin one today.
The biggest smile.
Oh
Interesting.
my goodness. Let's just dive into the rest of the NASCAR news we have here today. I think, buddy, I'll probably throw this to you. But big news about Rodney Childress today.
Are you sure you want to throw this to me?
I mean, yes. I think
no.
big news going to Junior Motorsports, and also news associated with like Carson Quaffle there that just everyone was like, but wait, what? So I'll throw it to you. Go ahead. Have fun.
Yeah. Honestly, I have no comment on the driver lineup. I don't know the details of that. So I mean, if it's Carson's getting booted half the season because of reasons, that's kind of Bush League, but I have a hard time believing that's the case. So I'll leave that at that. I don't know who the other driver is. I don't, Rodney Childers going to Xfinity though. I think this is one great for him because he's been wanting to get back into the top levels of the sport. And this is a great place for him to go and do what he does best and, work on cars that he can actually work on and not just put together like a Lego set. So great for him. Also great for the Cars Tour because, he's not popular in the Cars Tour garage. He's a great guy. Everybody loves Rodney, but he's making it hard on people in the Cars Tour right now. And so I think a collective sigh of relief was let out from the entire series when this announcement came out. So, now that, season's almost over, Rodney will be out the door. He'll take his traction control or whatever he's got under in that car with him. That's a joke, by the way. That is totally a joke. That's not.
You can let me be clear.
But yeah. Good to have Rodney back though. Rodney's top tier guy in the garage.
My thing is, if he wasn't going to end up in the Cup Series, I'm glad he's ending up with a top team in Xfinity for sure. Ben.
Can you, I don't follow Cars Tour as closely, buddy. What was he doing? Who is he with this year?
He's with Landon Lewis.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't
Tour.
1,000% sure. So,
it's Kevin Harvick's car, if you didn't know. But
I thought that's what I knew is him and Harvick were still.
Landon's a great little driver, right? But coincidentally, he had not won a race this year. He had been good, top 5 car, but hadn't won a race until the first race that Rodney got to the track with them.
And all of a sudden, this late model is a time
he won 2 races in a row. He's been the fastest car since. He won 2 more races in a row, and he's on his way to the Car Store Championship. So,
Okay.
And we can talk. You know what? When you come to Tri-County, we'll go talk to some people, and So, hey,
Okay.
I mean,
big fish in a little pond.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Rodney just to see him back. I think the interesting piece of news that came out of this that I think blindsided a lot of people was the Carson Quaffle and Connor Zilic sharing that one car next year. That I think that threw me off. I don't know if it threw you guys off, but the fact that it's not only now Connor's going to be racing full-time Cup, still doing like part-time Xfinity, whatever that looks like, whatever number that is, and then for whatever reason, and I'm sure we'll get something about this in the next few days potentially. Carson's not going to be running a full season, which I find very odd, but I don't know. We'll have to kind of learn more about that as we go along. But I guess speaking of Connor Zilic, other news this week was that Randall Burnett is not returning to be the crew chief for Kyle Busch in 2026, and he's going to be at Trackhouse with Connor Zilic. I think this is a very interesting move. Don't know if I love it necessarily, but I don't know. Dom, do you have thoughts about this move?
I guess it just shows if you can get out of RCR, you're going to get out of RCR. Might be one of the unfortunate circumstances right now. But yeah, other than that, honestly, not sure. I mean, who's his crew chief right now in Xfinity in the 88? Do we know?
Lindley.
Yeah, Lindley.
Yeah.
Unless he's like fully attached to JRM. I didn't know if he was like
Definitely.
a full, like a lean over from Trackhouse as well, like Zilich was. So if he's married to JRM, I guess you got to find whoever you can. But hey, we'll see if it works for Zilich. Maybe they have a rapport that we don't know about. Maybe they've been working behind the scenes, just like maybe this was in the works for a while and just trying to work together. But who knows? Yeah, I'm not too sure. But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, and I think this is another thing from the Happy Harvick podcast too, talking about just like Kyle Busch and where he's at in his career, the performance at RCR, and obviously he's contracted in 2026. After that, we don't know what he's doing. Obviously, there's still a lot of time before any of that starts to, I guess, make headlines as to what people think is going to happen and whatnot. We're still trekking along in the 2025 season here, but the question is, who's going to work with Kyle Busch now? Who can potentially get him back to race-winning form, or what does that look like? And if he does end up calling it quits after 2026, you're just finding someone to work with him for a year, and I don't know. There's a lot there.
I don't. You can put Chad Knaus on the box. I don't think anything's going to change.
That's my concern.
It's an organizational problem, not a driver crew chief problem.
Yeah. My friend Preston's a fan of Kyle Busch, and he was like rejoicing that Randall Burdett was gone. And I wanted to be like,
brother, it's not gonna.
That's like you took like a measuring cup and dumped water overboard while you're standing waist deep in water on the boat. It's not really going to do much at the end of the day.
I'm not really sure Randall Burnett's going to really do much over there at Trackhouse.
And that's my concern too.
Yeah, I think it's more than a driver crew chief problem over there at Trackhouse right now too. So.
Yeah.
I have more faith in Randall Burdett finding success outside of RCR though than I do RCR ever finding success again.
Well, that's why it's not his. Anyway,
yeah,
that's a conversation for another day. But Randall is a good crew chief. But
yeah, I think he's one of those that maybe also probably should have stayed in Xfinity.
Yeah,
maybe. I know that's a hot take in some ways, but
he won races with Reddick and Kyle at the beginning. But I think they're just taking a nosedive.
Yeah, I think the thing with RCR, and we've talked about this whenever we bring up RCR, is they made a lot of changes over the offseason. Austin Dillon's been very clear that he's trying to push things in the right direction. He's in the catbird seat to kind of take over operations when RC is ready to just step away from that role. I know Ty Dillon's been more present in conversations about the organization as a whole, and whatever that looks like and stepping in the right direction, I don't know. But he's actively taking a role in trying to make the organization better. Don't know if there's pushback, don't know whatever. I mean, I think when was this? When he won at Richmond, he and I had talked about it because he was like, it's trying to almost like lead a horse to water, for lack of a better word. It's like he might sprinkle an idea here or there, but RC wants it to be his idea. Then a few weeks later, maybe RC will be like, you know what, this sounds like a good idea. And Austin Dillon's like, well, that was my idea. Great. Let's go for it. So I think a lot of it right now was just maybe an imbalance in just who's doing what helps the organization, what hurts it. I also, I keep in mind too, like the alliance between Colleague and RCR. Colleague is going with a truck series team with Ram, ECR engines. Like there's a whole bunch of things that could be in the mix right now that they're trying to think through. And this is where I put the tinfoil hat on here. But I don't know. It's a lot.
Mopar 2027.
Mopar, no car.
Someone's gonna have it. We just don't know who yet.
I like to see the Dodge Dart resurface in NASCAR.
Charger Daytona. It's hot. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but I saw one in person the other day. It's studly.
They're fine. I can't think of them without thinking Fast and Furious movies is the thing.
Yeah. That's my
if they're fast, Kyle Busch is certainly furious. So maybe it's a combination.
Boy, buddy.
Oh my god,
this is good, buddy.
I guess the other thing we can mention too, and I don't know if I want to spend too much time talking about it, but because it's been on social media today about the TV ratings from New Hampshire, not to just bring it back to that, but I think more of a discussion I wanted to bring up, and maybe something that we can all discuss here, and maybe just so I'm not crazy, would love confirmation of that, is I think we're pointing at the TV ratings like being down, just down to like 1 or 2 issues. And I think a lot of fans look at it as just the product and the playoff format suck and it needs fixed, which it's a big issue, right? But there are so many more nuanced and small concerns and whatever that are adding to the drop TV ratings, right? I mean, as evident as NFL being back and like, I don't know, like retention for an audience. Like
the season is too long.
There's so much. And there's burnout. Burnout's real. But I thought the resurfacing of that conversation, which is now a weekly resurfacing of that conversation as the ratings continue to just drop, is fascinating to me just to see people are like, it's this one issue. And if NASCAR doesn't fix it, I'm done. I'm like, it's not just one issue. So I don't know. Any follow up on that? I think I just wanted to like speak that into existence because I was pissed off with that today.
I'm a firm believer that race fans and motorsports fans in general look too much into TV ratings.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I try not to comment on it a lot on social media. Like every week I'll see the same people commenting on it and whatever. And I'm just like, can we just let it be? Look at different stories. Look at different things. I bring it up now because I'm just mad about it at this point.
Yeah.
So.
But if Dom would get the cojones up and go to the top 4 of the office he works at and, get him to change a few of the big things, maybe we could see it swing in the other direction. Because I think there are two big things that are not working right now that would help the ratings. But
right. We don't have an ATYL live
the
race.
guy in the social media department can solve the race car.
I think he can. Honestly, hey, maybe they said they're bringing in that new whatever marketing agency to kind of help them understand the internet. That's you, man. Go make it happen.
That's very big. Can you help me work my iPhone energy that you just gave off?
Yeah.
My question with the TV ratings is if it's truly falling, let's look at the real data, like what areas are actually dropping. Because we know the racing capitals of North America aren't dropping. It's all the other markets that are dropping.
Do we know that, though? Like, do we have that information?
I think you can find it.
Like,
I think
find it. Because
that's what I would love to look
Bob
into.
always says, like, the top 5, and it's always consistently, like, Indianapolis, Charlotte,
Richmond,
Greensboro. Yeah. It's like
I'm sure Charlotte did good this week because the Panthers were home. So most folks were not watching. They were at the game.
Yeah.
I don't know about that now. There weren't many people in that.
Well,
all I'm saying is we used to rival the NFL, but when we had a good product and no stupid, dumb playoffs. So,
I mean, I'm thinking about like different sporting events on weekends now, some other things that come up during the weekends as well that could have affected.
This weekend could take a hit.
Yeah.
I think there's also just like I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. But I feel like I've gotten to this point in my life where there are times where I do want to sit down and watch every race every weekend all the way through. And then there are times where it's like, no, I kind of want to go do something else with my weekend, whether it's see friends or eat out or go for a drive or whatever. And I feel like I think this is an interesting dynamic because I feel like I talk about this with my sister because I've been into baseball for a few years and she's gotten into it this year about how like the length of sports and specifically how she like thinks baseball is insanely fast, which now they have the pitch clock, which makes it a lot faster. But she thinks every race that I watch is 5 hours long. And I'm like, no, they're like maybe 3. And I have to explain that of like the feeling of the length of time.
Yeah.
Because in reality, like a race is probably close to a baseball game. It's 3-4 hours. Like a hockey game in total with intermissions is about 3 hours. NFL games, 3 to 4 hours. Like, and like, I feel like there's this like differentiation between stick and ball sports and motorsports, and that people don't necessarily understand at the end of the day too. I feel like there's a perception of like racing lasts hours on end when in some cases it does. Sure, you have endurance racing, but in a lot of cases it's the same length. It's just a different way that they go about it. So
I think you bring up well, I was just going to say, you bring up a good point about like the length of races. And obviously, like, I feel like the younger audience tends to have a shorter attention span. I have a shorter attention span. So I I will admit to that too, and I've talked about this before. But the other thing too is like, if you shorten the races, are you lessening the value for the folks that do want to go to the track, right? Because the value of the ticket, if it stays the same and you're lessening the race length by a good amount, like, I don't know. Like, to some people, it's a yes, and to some people, it's a doesn't bother me type thing.
I agree with that. If you're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
lessen,
100%.
if you're gonna make the race shorter, then make the tickets cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, that ain't
And it's not
happening.
sustainable though to a track, depending on how much they cut.
Yeah.
John, did you have your hand up before I said
No,
something?
no, go ahead. You're good.
No. Well, so like I was thinking about this a couple 2 weeks ago when I went to Bristol. I was thinking about I don't go to a race now to watch a race anymore. I go to a race to see my friends and have a
Yeah.
social experience with them and get to see things. And the race is like a nice benefit at the end of the day. And so for me, like if you shorten that, like let's say Bristol, just because it's the one that I went to recently. Let's not say the crown jewel race because that's a crown jewel. Like the night race is a crown jewel. We can all agree upon that. So let's say the spring race. Let's say they shorten it to a 300 lap race. And every race succinctly gets shorter. The Xfinity race gets shorter, and like whoever else, this joining series, they get shorter. Like, how do you make that up to the fans then? You know, like, do you do like a Chicago street course and bring in a small music festival post race every night, like, or every afternoon? Or, you know, like, what do you do with that? Or do you add a little bit more to the fan zone? Or, you know, do you make the tickets cheaper? Like it's an open-ended answer or an open-ended question. And, you know, for me though, I don't necessarily go to a race to watch a race anymore. Like I go for a social experience, and the race is a nice little benefit that I do love and want to be a part of. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with shortening races. I think if anything, people are clamoring for more on track time, whether it be practice, qualifying, things like that. So as far as the at the track experience, I think we need more of that. As far as TV ratings go, I think ultimately people look at it like, oh, we had in 2006, we had 17 million people. I don't know what the number was watching the Daytona 500. I was like, yeah, we didn't have the entire world in our hand. Like,
right.
Oh, here it
Yeah.
is. I found it. Yeah, right here.
There
We
it
didn't
is.
have the entire world in our hand in our phones. Like, so
but he just lost the entire world. Let's know
I
that.
did. I did. NASCAR's apparently never had it. They're bringing this apart anyway. But yeah. So I mean, however many millions, yeah, we should probably be. The ratings should be better than they are, but I think it's just unrealistic to expect what we had 20 years ago. So.
Yeah.
I just want the racing to be like 20 years ago. I could care less about the
Yeah.
ratings. Let's be honest.
Well, I think one problem takes care of the other.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
we can never be happy, except for happy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Happy's always happy.
Happy's right here.
I think part of the ratings stuff too, sans NFL, is because racing is just normally on a national televised channel. Like I think about, obviously not football because that's all national broadcast except for the prime games, or like Thursday Night Football. But like even baseball and hockey are still broadcast on local affiliates for the most part. Like I'm going to tell on myself, so I apologize. I have NBC Sports Philadelphia up to watch the Phillies, like have the Phillies game on my second monitor over here. Like that's not a national broadcast. That's the local guys still doing it. And the same with hockey. And then you'll get the sporadic, like, oh, we've made national TV. We're on Fox, or we're on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, or we're on TNT for Wednesday Night Hockey. And like, I feel like it's also under a microscope because minus the streaming on Prime, every race is on a national broadcast to a degree. So Dom is going to tell me I'm wrong, I feel like.
I am 100% with you. If the folks want to watch it, they will find it.
Exactly.
That was going to be exactly what I was about to say. Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
An audience has. There you go. There you go.
There it is.
It's like
Copyright strike.
if you want to watch it, like you will look up where it is, how to access it, how to watch
Legally.
it, and you will watch it. And you
Or
will watch
illegally.
it. All right, Ben. I'm trying to help you here, bud.
It's a really good point, though.
Yeah. Let me just say, when I was in Italy, though, I found ways to watch a race. If I
Yes.
really wanted to watch a race, I really wanted to
Exactly.
watch that Daytona 500.
Exactly.
You would find a way.
Exactly.
And let me tell you, the amount of NASCAR fans in Italy,
Yeah.
zero.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, couldn't ask around. So
Thought he was
It's
holding up a piece of
true.
Gotti.
You worry about the TV ratings and stuff like that, and you're like, how can we bring fans back? And like a lot of viewers have already decided for themselves what they want to and what they don't want to watch. Sometimes you can't change how the TV, I guess, broadcast works, or the graphic changes are going to bring things back. I know we're continuously pissed off about the Fox graphics. That's not going to bring in new fans to watch it or keep fans. You know what I mean? Like there's small changes that people are like, if we did this and did that, I'm like, we're also locked in this TV deal for like another 6 years. So my thing
Fun
is,
blots us out.
yeah, pretty much. So my thing is like a viewer at this point in the year, and it is a long season, is deciding if they want to watch it, if they don't, and if it's the product that's making them want to back out of watching, then fine. But it's an intriguing conversation. But speaking of intriguing, NASCAR trading cards, they're very intriguing, right? I think they're so cool. I'm getting into them more and more.
Not bad.
I thought that was pretty good. I got my Carl Edwards signed card right here, and I'm very excited about it. We have a
very
and
nice.
then Dan also from NASCAR.shop got me a Justin Bonsignor signed card as well. I put in a spot for a break for the Justin Bonsignor one because I was just like, I need a Justin Bonsignor card, and somehow it hit, and I was shocked. So very excited about that. But to be part of all those breaks and things like that, go to NASCAR.shop/ATYL or just go to NASCAR.shop. If you use the promo code ATYL, you get 15% off your first card purchase, which is awesome. That can go towards being part of the breaks. It's really, really fun. You never know if your cards are going to hit or not. And when they do, it's very, very exciting. And also, if they don't, there is also a policy in place that Dan has in case that you don't have a card that hits, that goes towards your next break purchase on money off your shipping. So it's really, really nice. So everyone wins either way, essentially, which is really, really cool. But again, NASCAR.shop, scan the QR code, link in the description on our website and all that fun stuff. And then again, exciting things coming up with NASCAR.shop as well. So stay tuned. I do want to talk a little bit about Formula One right now. Because as I'm learning and I'm very excited about this. So this past weekend, I think the big story, in my opinion, well, first off, I'm sorry, John and Dom, for.
Don't be sorry. It happens every week.
I cry myself to sleep after every race. So it's all right.
I was gonna say, maybe
cue the music for me, please.
I was gonna say, do. Yeah, he's
They
on a
woke
roll.
the sleeping giant.
They did.
We're angry and we're coming for you, McLaren.
McLaren was lacking this weekend. Oscar Piastri had
not just lacking.
Oscar Piastri just awful weekend for him across the board. Just didn't expect that performance whatsoever. You have Ferrari doing Ferrari things this season, I guess, is what I'm going to call it. And then of course Verstappen. My excitement was Carlos Sainz getting a podium. That was exciting for me. Huge win.
Amazing. As a Ferrari fan, I loved it. I loved it, and I had to watch it on tape delay because I had a friend come in from Knoxville to watch it with me, and I was sweating. I was sweating bullets because there's no way he could keep up with no way, but he did. Dom, you had your hand up.
Yeah.
It's been 6,170 days since Ferrari were World Constructors Champions.
God.
Can you send me an update every single day? Can you please?
Yeah.
Well, he
that
sold your soul for those Joey Logano championships. So dude, Max said, "Hey, McLaren, you know what else is orange? My helmet, and you can hold it."
That's such an interesting weekend. I think too, Liam Lawson, because I think at some point, and I forget what happens. Maybe John, you can fill in the blanks that I'm having here, but he could have had a podium finish this weekend. I don't know if it was a long stop strategy thing. I forget what it was, but it looked like he could have potentially.
It was somewhat in the question. It really was just kind of going to depend on what the strategy looked like. I mean, George Russell had a great race up there, getting up to P2. And I mean, I don't know if it was just me, but I was expecting more speed from Lando, and it just wasn't there. And Baku is a very technical circuit, very high speed. I mean, you have a lot of corners where you can try to make moves. But, I mean, Lawson getting a P5, Antonelli P4. I mean, I'm looking at the results. Sainz in third, Sonoda in sixth, and Hajar, another great run in 10th.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you saw what can happen when you don't have two McLarens up at the front. You don't have both Ferraris up there, and you could have these other guys that are going to battle for these positions. And I mean, I think the biggest thing is the fact that Lawson is still ahead of Yuki in this race. I mean, like, it's just a little funny to me. Because I mean, there's rumors that Isaac Hajar could be going to that second cursed Red Bull seat. So I meant not in this race, Dom. Dom says we were never up there. Not in this race. I meant like in qualifying and whatnot. We tend to somewhat be
okay. Well, qualifying, yes.
Yeah, qualifying. Yeah, no. In this race, we were nowhere near the front.
No, but even to qualifying,
it's the small victories.
Yeah, the small
I
victories.
guess.
Yeah, but Max though, and here's the thing: is this is like 2022, 2023 Max. Like this is scary for the field because obviously there wasn't any McLarens up there, right? But if he can do this now, I'm not saying he could win the championship by any means. He needs a lot to happen. I mean, Oscar would have to DNF 3 more times, but he's making it interesting. He's cut the gap by 25% with 7 to go. So,
and this is what a full season championship looks like when it can be interesting.
Go ahead, Adam.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not, though. Go ahead, Adam.
If Max can get pole in Singapore, it's looking really rough on McLaren. It's still a mountain, but if I think Max easily, if you can get the pole at Singapore, as long as you can control the field, you're set.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
that track is one of the toughest physically and mentally on the schedule.
Yeah.
It's not one of Max's better tracks either. Obviously, like 23, when he could have won every race, that was one that he really wasn't in contention for at all.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you look at McLaren; their cars are just unbelievably good. But
McLaren is still the class of the field.
Absolutely.
They have already learned, even from the first half of this season, like it is McLaren, maybe Ferrari, maybe Mercedes, but then there's the X factor that is Max. And it's like it doesn't matter how bad the Red Bull is in practice. Like he will find a lap. And he will find race pace somehow because he is the X factor. And there's a reason why he's a 4-time defending champion of the world and 3rd on the all-time win list because he is just a juggernaut of a race car driver. So I will say personally, I love that this is happening because right when McLaren thought it was between both of them and there was going to be nothing else, here comes Max.
Right. And here in the situation that I thought of was Lando only gained 6 points on Oscar, which is the difference between a 1-2, which is really 7 points. So Oscar, I mean, you could hypothetically treat this as like, let's say Oscar came in second, Lando came in first. Theoretically, if you want to kind of treat it like that a little bit, Lando had an amazing opportunity to gain serious points, and it just didn't happen. And this is the rare weekend where we saw Oscar make not 1 but 2 mistakes. And I will say this, knowing what I've seen from Oscar, he could win out. He could take this and use this as motivation because I don't know if I've seen a driver that is unbothered as him in a car. And after what happened this weekend, I think he could go on and completely just really dominate the rest of the season because that's what he needs to do. And that's what I think he can do and battle Max. I don't think they're going to choke though. I don't think that's going to happen though. I don't think they could lose it at this point. It's for the drivers for sure.
My question for you, John. So do you think this was just an off weekend for Oscar? And also, do you think Mark Webber is really driving that home with him?
I definitely think it was an off weekend. Yeah. 100% for Oscar. There was some, I don't know what it was, but I mean, I just don't see this continue. It can't continue, right? You don't think? We never really know. We don't know what's going to happen until we go to Singapore in a week and a half. But I think if this were to happen again, and Max were to cut the gap by another 25, you're getting down to pretty scary territory here, where you're getting a 4-time champ coming in, and if if there's 2 DNFs, it's just rough. So
Yeah, if you're McLaren, you're in international waters if that happens.
oh yeah, you're good luck because Max is just Max.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I will. One more thing worth noting. Last time we went to Singapore, Lando absolutely dominated the race. So that's one more thing for Piastri to have on his mind going into that race week, as he tries to hold on to a championship that should be comfortably led, but is now we're in a little bit of a storm right now.
Well, can you guys
weather it?
The Hawks are circling, Dom.
The Hawks are circling.
They're big and greasy.
We'll see. We'll see if McLaren tells Lando to bin it, in the race next week. Just
totally
to make it fair. Just to make it fair, right? Just to make it fair.
Oh my God. What's crazy to me is like I think back to the past few years of like Formula One and like IndyCar, even like with Alex Palou dominating and clinching the championship so many weeks early, and you're like, why would I still watch IndyCar? I still think the IndyCar product is good, and it can be great with some changes, but I think it's pretty good. But it's crazy to me if I were to tell like 2018 Taylor, hey, Formula One this year has the best championship battle of like all major motorsports series. I wouldn't have believed myself. I think this is one of the greatest championship battles in my opinion. And like the Cars Tour is great, buddy. Okay, Cars Tour is good. Let me be clear. I was gonna say I saw your face and I was like, let me be clear. Cars Tour has been pretty fun to watch too, championship battle wise. It's gonna come down to the wire.
Everybody knows Big Four: F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, Cars Tour.
Cars Tour. Cars Tour's up there. So. Anywho, Max since his debut has not won Singapore. So maybe you can check out
$1.99.
Neither have I.
If he won 22 or not. So,
yeah,
I've also never won Singapore since my debut. So,
yeah, you'll
you
get
had your F1 debut.
my debut in life.
Hey, Marina Bay is a tough circuit. You'll get there.
Mind you, I made that joke like 4 seconds before Ben, and he just stole it. So.
Oh, I didn't even hear you. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine.
sorry.
It's okay. It's totally fine. We're good. We're fine. I guess last thing to talk about here for me is Kansas. I know we're jumping back and forth between NASCAR, Formula One, back to NASCAR here. The Winston Cup hat comes back on. But yeah, second race in the round of 12. Gonna see if we're gonna get somebody else to lock themselves into the round of 8. I assume yes. I don't see us having any surprise winners like we did last year. With Ross Chastain winning that one, having a non-playoff driver win. I guess all in favor, raise your hand. We will not have a non-playoff driver win the race this weekend. Yeah. But okay.
Sorry, what was the question? Someone texted me.
There we go.
I'm sorry, my mommy texted me.
Hi, Mom. We do not think that we will get a non-playoff driver winning. We're thinking that we are going to have a playoff driver win.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll have a playoff driver win this race.
If I worded it better, that would have been much easier to understand. So that's on me.
It's all good.
I mean, that's why we run the race. We literally had a non-playoff driver win this race last year.
That's true. I guess my question is, do we have anyone who we think could even contend if that is a non-playoff driver right now?
Chris, wouldn't it be funny?
Riley Herbst.
Wouldn't it be funny if Josh Berry wins?
Okay, actually, it's a really good point. That's a great point.
Big story. Can Joey Logano score his 4th top 5 in a row? First time since 2013, probably.
Grind that axe, baby. Make it as sharp as you can.
I honestly would love to see Josh Berry do well, though. I'm here for it. If Josh Berry, like from being in the playoffs and not just being like, you know what, that pisses me off. We shouldn't have had all that bad luck, and just it fuels his fire to do well in this round, even though he's not a playoff driver. I'd love to see that. He was close to winning last weekend, so yeah. I don't know.
Okay. If I may,
Brad, yeah.
I think Hocevar is a sneaky pick.
Hocevar is a sneaky pick. I like that.
Hocevar. If I may add, thank you, Andrew Fuller, for putting that in the chat. Not that, the other thing.
Yes.
There is.
Yeah.
I got it.
There's a clock. Is it there?
The Catalina wine mixer of late model stock racing is this weekend. The Martinsville 300, the Valley Star Credit Union 300, as it's officially known, but the Martinsville 300, biggest late model race, biggest late model stock race in the world. So that's this weekend at Martinsville. If you're in the area, come out, say hello. I'll be there. And obviously all the coverage will be right here on ATYL. Go watch On Tour when it comes out.
Oh, it's also on the NASCAR channel, so everybody can watch it.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
What
big
time is
deal.
that at, buddy?
I think practice and heats and qualifying all start like it's an all day affair. Just put it on your TV and let it run.
Yeah.
Saturday or Sunday?
TV schedule for tomorrow.
Saturday.
We're covered.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Big weekend. Big weekend for racing.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing too. I look at this weekend and I think, we used to have such dominant performances from 2311 racing at Kansas, and it's just kind of fallen off a cliff the past, I guess, season and a half, for lack of a better word here. It was a rough weekend at Loudon for Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick. I'm not going to count Riley Herbst in this. I'm sorry. He's just not been relevant this season. He's not in the playoffs.
Just wait.
I'm just
Riley
Riley Herbst wins the Daytona 500 in 2026, locks himself into the playoffs.
Someone
Well,
flip
they
this,
do.
please. I
Hey.
need that.
I'm not secretly. I'm a Riley Herbst fan for one reason, because we share a birthday. Exactly. So
I like Riley, and
I mean, he's cool. I really like him.
I'll be honest with you. Riley, I would call myself a Riley Herbst fan.
thank you, buddy. There we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
You could have fooled me. I thought the other day, I was like, damn, what car is he running in Xfinity this year? I can't remember what it is. And now I'm like, oh, yeah, he's in the Cup Series, I think.
I think he thinks the same thing every week.
think
He's like,
he
wait,
does.
I'm in the Cup Series?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, did we Dylan Kwasniewski this kid? Oh, no, he's still okay. He's in the Cup Series.
Ooh, that hurt. Ow.
Man.
Deep cut reference.
That is
Thank
a
you.
deep reference.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was
let
on
me
the
be
Dylan
clear.
K wagon for a while.
I do like Riley Herbst. I think he is cool. He seems like a really nice guy. I was always very excited when he won in Xfinity. However, he's been so irrelevant this season in Cup. It hurts.
Dylan Kwasniewski was the chosen one in K&N too.
Yeah. Don't forget, man.
Yeah. Connor Zillich fans, your fate is already.
I would say Connor Zillich is more James Busher, but
James
Busher in the
James
30
Connor
car.
Zillich.
Dang.
I don't know.
if we're gonna make that
out of
joke,
your
if we're going to make that joke,
I'd-
we're gonna make that joke,
No.
I need that on the record. I do not think Connor
Put that
Zillich will be James Busher by any means. But if we're gonna make that joke about how apparently
It's gonna
Dylan Kwasniewski and Connor Zillich are on the same plane, I would at least argue we're gonna
That's
call
crazy.
him James Busher.
Well, let's be
That's
real. The real chosen one was Cale Gale, the way he took it to Kyle Busch at Homestead in the Truck Series.
Nah, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I was on the Cale Gale bandwagon way before he won that damn truck race. He was a KHI development driver. I was like, that's gonna
Okay.
be the guy. That is gonna be
I'm a
the
Tim
guy.
George Jr. man myself.
Wow, that's horrible.
Does anybody remember Bernie Lamar?
Dude, hey,
Robert
another
Richardson
one.
Jr.
Bernie
Another
Lamar.
one gone too soon.
I got a Bernie
Ta-
Lamar.
Taylor,
hauler
I'm telling
right
you,
here.
we need to have Name a Guy stream in the offseason where we
Oh,
just all
yes.
sit around and be like,
Dude.
name a guy.
Okay, where's my notepad? Because I'm writing this down.
I got a picture of 9-year-old
Bernie
Buddy
Myers was
with
real
Bernie
disappointing.
Lamar.
No way, really.
I
Wow.
swear to God. Yeah, he signed my Kevin Harvick shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Off season
Robert Richardson Jr.
content.
Oh.
Kelly Byers
What?
do better.
Huh?
Ooh, Kelly
James.
Byers.
Kelly Byers is a good one, dude. I mean,
Guy.
Mark McFarland.
I have a Mark McFarland koozie, dude. I'll bring it out next week. I swear.
Diecast.
I do.
Buddy is just
Crazy.
eclectic knowledge of random people, and I love it.
I do, man.
We're gonna talk about obscure
March
merch that we
Davis,
have.
baby.
If we're gonna talk about
Oh,
obscure
yeah.
merch, I
Yeah.
have a Brennan Newberry autographed hat at home.
I have a
That is-
Stanton Barrett
Oh my
koozie.
God, wow.
That's
Ooh,
what-
Stanton Barrett. That's
Stanton
Wow.
Barrett, yeah.
The old NOS number 50.
Hell
Yeah.
Oh,
It's going off the rails. Taylor.
another
We're
random
all-
name from the past. Peyton Sellers.
Mike
Yeah,
Sherman,
Sherman,
who drove
yeah.
the 49
Yeah.
car with Sturt as a
And mind
sponsor.
you, Peyton Sellers is probably in, or no, he's definitely going to be in contention, but very well could win the Martinsville 300. That's this Saturday. This is Saturday night. Go watch on tour.
So Kansas.
Sorry, I had to get that plug in there.
Hey, you know what? That's okay. This is the time for that that whole thing this weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. For
Thank
putting
you,
that in the
Andrew.
chat. They
Just put it
appreciate
on all day. Don't
Yeah.
don't touch that
Just
dial.
have the NASCAR channel on all day long. It's fine. Have it in the
Legal
background.
coverage for NASCAR channel starts at 2:45, so definitely tune in, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might see
Pretty
me
good.
milling around there
On tour. Buddy
on
Pulley.
tour. Yeah,
On tour.
I'll just have a
He's
giant
going
sign.
on tour.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay some people to write "on tour" on their chest, and they'll be in the grandstands.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's going out of our marketing budget, isn't it?
It
Our
is.
non-existent
It
marketing
is.
budget.
Yeah, you'll get the bill for the paint.
Gotcha. Noted. I'll look for that.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun, you guys. I hate to end on that note, but like we got to close it out for the night. It was so
I
fun.
was just about to talk about the spiders.
I knew it was coming.
You know what?
Speaking of Josh Perry and the Wood Brothers.
Everyone has to. You know, I don't think I've ever actually held up an item, and if I have not done it or haven't,
I got
haven't.
it.
It's
You
been a really
haven't,
long
because
time.
you're always
I got a good
stealing.
one.
Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
stealing. Oh,
if you see a spider, do it a favor and let it live. They're
yeah.
our friends.
Actually, hold on. See, now I'm panicking because I want something better to hold up. You know what? I'm gonna go with this Goodyear racing
Oh.
truck. Okay. Hi, everyone. We're back and we're all holding things into our camera. That means it's the end of the show because that's just what we do here at ATYL. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I could not do this without our fantastic partners, NASCAR.shop, Benzik Designs, Go Locker Racing, On Brand. All of them have been such great supporters of us. So thank you all so much to them. Of course, check out the links in our bio. Check out the links on our website to support them and all that they do for us. There's new content on the channel this week, next week, every single week. So be on the lookout for that. This is crazy, you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be back next week live talking about Kansas and so much more for myself and the entire team. Thank you so much for tuning in. Spiders.